Everyone thinks that to start a successful halal online business, you need a big upfront investment, a fancy degree, or years of experience. But that is just not true in 2025. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to start one, even if you have no prior experience, skills, or money to invest. Just like I did at 17, with zero money or skills, to then going on to build my own halal online business that makes me multiple six figures per year and allows me to have consistent payments like this coming in every single week. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same in a way that strengthens your deen, gives you real financial and location freedom, and allows you to leave the 9-to-5 life for good, inshallah. Now, what actually makes an online business hard or easy to start? See, when I started out, the gurus that I watched would all say, just do this one thing and you'll be rich. But in reality, it was always way more complicated than that. Why? Well, all of these easy or beginner-friendly business models that you see on YouTube are actually some of the hardest things that you can do, especially if you're a Muslim. Firstly, a lot of them are actually haram or pull you away from your deen, dealing with riba, gambling, false advertising, or just selling things and promoting things that you don't really believe in and that do not align with your values. They paint this picture of where you can get to without telling you about the thousands of dollars you'll have to spend without making any money back. Having to sell things that you would never buy yourself, or the endless effort to try and get new customers that you barely make any money from. Not to mention the competition you'll be getting into with thousands of beginners with no real advantage. And that is the case with all of these business models that these gurus try to sell us on, like SMMA, dropshipping, trading, AI agencies, influencer marketing agencies, the list goes on and on. They sell you on how easy it sounds, but then 99% of people that start these businesses end up quitting and going back to their 9-to-5 lives and wasting months or even years of their effort. But that's the thing, when I talk about easy, I'm not talking about a shortcut or some get-rich-quick scheme. For me, a truly easy business needs to tick a few boxes. First, it has to be halal with nothing in the grey area of what could be haram or what could pull us away from our deen. So Allah makes it easy for us to see success with it. Then it needs to give you recurring high ticket payments every month, so you're not always desperate trying to search for the next sale. Next is you need to have a long-term vision with the business you're starting, meaning it's a stepping stone for you to go on to get the experience and the skills you need to build the next business that you want to build in your vision. So you have a deeper why and a purpose for working on it every single day. And finally, you shouldn't need to have a huge upfront investment or any prior experience or technical skills. If a business model does not fit these 4 criteria, it's not worth doing, and it most definitely is not easy. It was only when I really understood this after moving to Dubai when I turned 18 and meeting a lot of successful entrepreneurs that things started to click for me. If you have ever struggled with trying to start an online business, it's actually not your fault. These business models that seem like the only option right now are actually not right for Muslims that truly want to be successful. But there is a smarter, easier, and completely halal way to do it, which is exactly what I've been doing for the last 3 years, and it's completely changed my life and allowed me to really focus on my deen. The business model that ticks all of those boxes and actually works in 2025 and will continue to work for years to come is called a growth partner agency. If you haven't heard of it, that's because none of the gurus have caught on to it yet. I developed the model myself through the last 5 years of experiences in business, through struggling to find the right business model that can give you everything you want from a business. First is the relatively quick success. I actually went from 0 to over 10k per month in the first 60 days because every single client pays you $5,000 per month or more, even if you're a complete beginner. Just like my student Amir did on his 3rd week, Owen did on his 4th day, Tobias did on his 2nd week, and Adam actually signed a $16,000 client in his first month. Second is the fact that you're developing extremely valuable skills and gaining experience that will massively benefit you in the future, so you can then go on to build a multi-million-dollar company. Third is the fact that you can be a real CEO, working on the business, working from your phone or your laptop from anywhere in the world, where you can take days or even weeks off if you wanted to because you're building a real team to take care of all the work for you, instead of being a glorified employee forced to work in the business with no real freedom. And that's exactly why it works so well. It's not saturated, there's no need for a degree or any past experience or skills, and most importantly, you actually actually love running and building the business because it's giving you everything that you want as an entrepreneur. Now, let's break down exactly what a growth partner agency is, word by word. Growth means that you help companies in the world's fastest growing industries to grow through the most in-demand method of growth in that industry, which is usually through social media. Partner means you work long-term with those established companies and you get paid a monthly retainer as well as a percentage of the revenue, which in reality means you get paid anywhere from $5,000 to even $10,000 per month, plus 5 to 10% of the revenue, which means that after working with the client for a few months, that one client can be paying you anywhere from $15,000 to even $25,000 in one single month. And unlike every other business model, you keep over 80% of that money and the rest just goes to your team that does all the work for you. And agency means that you're not just a glorified freelancer, and instead you have a real team that delivers those services for you. Now, just so you can see how this looks in reality, this is my growth partner agency, where we help e-commerce brands grow with the most in-demand method of growth through social media, which is split up into three main elements. First is where my team finds creators that film what's called UGC videos, which my team then runs as paid ads on Facebook and TikTok. And we also find small influencers to become affiliates for the brand. The reason I provide this service specifically is because it's the element of marketing that every brand knows they need to do, but very few can actually do it properly because of how new it is to the market. And also, there's very few other agencies that provide this service, so it means it's easy for me to sign on massive clients like this just by sending a simple DM to their Instagram. Within 6 months of starting my growth partner agency, it allowed me to live my dream life. Retire my parents, perform Umrah with them, make hijrah to Dubai, and travel all around the world whilst working from my laptop, alhamdulillah. I've actually just released a completely free course where I go through the exact steps you can take to completely understand the growth partner agency model, start your own growth partner agency, and sign your first $5,000 per month client in the next 60 days. I can only let in a limited number of people, and brothers have already told me that this free course is more valuable than programs that they've paid over $5,000 for. So if you want access to this free course, click the first link in the description of this video and you'll be given access completely for free until there is no spots left. So let's go through how easy it actually is to start a growth partner agency and scale it to $10,000 per month. You start off by choosing your ideal client and your niche. You do this by asking yourself the question, what type of company do I want to build in the future that can make me millions of dollars? When I asked myself that question, I always dreamt of building a $100 million per year e-commerce brand that sold health and wellness products. So that's the exact type of company that I work with at my growth partner agency. And the other two niches that I would recommend is first info product companies and second would be software and app companies. The reason being is these are all industries that will keep growing in the coming years and won't die down like local business or real estate will. And also most of the companies in these industries are making more than enough to happily pay you $5,000 per month. And after that, you then create your high value offer. And just to make it even more easy for you, let me give you the best offers to have in 2025. For e-commerce brands, you'll help them grow through producing UGC ad videos, running them as paid ads on TikTok and Facebook, and working with micro influencers as affiliates, the exact offer that I have at my growth partner agency. For info product companies, you'll help them grow through strategizing and editing organic content on YouTube and Instagram, and then converting those viewers through sales systems. For software and app companies, you'll help them grow through producing UGC ad videos, running them as paid ads on Facebook, and working with influencers as affiliates. The next stage is where you build your money-making machine, which is your automated outreach system. This is the machine that gets companies that are looking for what you offer to book in a Zoom call with you, without you needing to spend hours every single day cold calling, messaging, emailing companies. Instead, it's all done on autopilot in literally the easiest way it can possibly be. This automated outreach process is unique to growth partner agencies, and it's what allows you to sign on these $5,000 per month clients so easily, just like Amir, Sofian, Owen and Tobias did. So then you can go on to step 4, which is closing these clients on the Zoom calls with a simple document that I go through in detail inside of the free course, which means you don't have to have any sales experience or testimonials or case studies to close these high ticket clients. And it's literally as easy as having a nice conversation with them and then showing your screen and reading off a document to close them for $5,000 per month. The final stage is to hire your own team once you have a client from platforms like Upwork and LinkedIn, which is a very simple thing to do, and they can deliver the services for you, especially using the power of AI to do most of the work for you. So it's actually the easiest as it's ever been to get good results for your clients. Now, let me break down how easy it actually is to start making 10K per month with your own growth partner agency. After setting up your automated outreach system that sends around 50 to 100 messages every single day to potential clients, after around 1 month, you should have messaged around 2,500 potential clients in total.
Then let's say 1% of those potential clients book in a call with you.
So all you have to do is just close 2 of them on your $5,000 per month offer, and you'll be on 10K per month just like that, which is exactly what happened for me on my 5th week, and also what happened for my student Zeki in his 2nd month. Now that you know exactly what a growth partner agency is, and that is the easiest halal business to start, I've created a step-by-step roadmap for you to follow to start your own growth partner agency, set up your outreach system, and sign your first $5,000 per month client. So click the video on screen to find out exactly how you can access that entirely free course that people usually pay thousands of dollars for. Remember, if you have dreams and feel a deep calling inside of you to be an entrepreneur, that's Allah talking to you and showing you what you're meant to be doing. So have tawakkul, take action, and make those dreams a reality, inshallah.